Hello guys, and welcome to episode 43 of my Total War Warhammer 2 playthrough, playing as the von Carsteins on very hard difficulty. Today we are starting with a battle against the rebellion at Wolfenberg, but before we do that I do have a commandment to set at the Hell Pit, and this is going to be a public order one, so that we sort of reduce the rate at which that rebels. That does remind me though that I can go around and change the commandments elsewhere. So for example in Averland we no longer need Repressed Mortals, since we have +5 public order and this gives us +4. So I can instead change this to tax rate bonus with Harvest Corpses, and that will give us more money. So we should definitely do that where we can. Here, that's actually helping us out quite a bit. We're already doing that at Eastern Sylvania. Hell Pit we just took. Hochland, we can change that to tax rate +5%. And you'll just see our income shoot up after we do this, which will be really, really nice. Same with Ostermark. Same at Peak Pass even. Reichland for sure. That will increase it by quite a bit. Only +2 at Stirling, so we'll keep it there for now. Same at Talabeclan, that's not even 100 yet. Western Sylvania though, already tax harvesting. We will want to build up these buildings at some point. We'll probably go ahead and shoot a gibbet into there. And then at Zufbar, once again, harvest corpses. Nice. Plenty of cash to be had. That's going to make us loads more money. I'm surprised I didn't remember to do that sooner. But either way, time to get on with that battle. This is going to be quite a simple auto-resolve, but I want to play it out. So let's fight this on the battle map. The reason I want to play it out because I really want to like try out these Blood Knights properly. They are already rank 4, and I don't even believe they've fought yet, so that is good. That's mainly thanks to Vlad. These skeletons are just gonna crumble so damn quickly. I'm just going to create like a front line of infantry that I'm just going to lock and control group attack with, and then we'll have like the Blood Knights attack all on one side, with my Vargeist attacking some of the Felbats. Okay, cool. So we're probably going to take more losses than we need to by actually playing this out as opposed to auto-resolving it, but I think that's more fun. So let's start the battle. We're going to engage there. Blood Knights can start moving. Although if they're coming towards me, it might be worth waiting to like charge forwards with the Blood Knights.
Mortis engine.
And we can get like a nice sort of downhill charge here. These Blood Knights are so damn cool. Look at them. Such awesome armor. They're actually going to get attacked by Felbats possibly. Right, time to charge. And we'll just have these guys all run forwards and attack. Lovely. Blood Knights are barely taking any damage. Already plenty of damage being done. I don't really care about the reinforcements. We could just have them control group and just attack over here. Or it's going to make too much of a difference though. Look at us crush them. Get all up close into this battle. We do have the ability to invocate, so I'm going to invocate the Blood Knights down here just because they are taking a little bit of damage. But just in general, we're going to end up chewing through them and spitting them out the other side. There's some more reinforcements coming in. Okay, let's have these Blood Knights break off and we'll get like a charge into the back of them. They have absolutely no mass. There we go. Job done. Took a little bit more damage than I needed to. That was fun, just to charge those Blood Knights in there and do a ton of damage with them. Now, of course, skeleton spearmen aren't really the best target to test the effectiveness of Blood Knights, but it was a fun battle nonetheless. Okay, we'll go ahead and return the captives with a little bit of cash there. And I'm going to have Warmond head his way back north. Right, he needs rank 25 to get a zombie dragon. That is the plan. But until then, I think what we're going to do is actually increase his melee stats. So let's go for Beguile first, since his melee defense is pretty low. As for his vampire, go with a bit of Shades upgrade. That Pit of Shades can be really, really strong. And the other battle we have to do today is the attack on Marienburg. This one's a bit closer in terms of the auto-resolve, but won't be on the field since it's mostly just champions and marauders, all stuff that can be beaten down by my Vargolfs. So let's go ahead and fight this on the battle map. Just straight from one battle to the next. And I think we'll hold on to Marienburg. Just because we can get the other settlement in the province quite easily. And that makes it 100 times easier to sort out vampiric corruption and public order, because you get access to the commandment and you don't have to deal with other factions owning settlements in the same province, which is sometimes an issue, especially if they are Skaven themselves or they spread some sort of corruption. Anyway, let's just get our front line sorted out. Pretty simple stuff, similar to before. Though I do have this Banshee that can hang around with my frontline forces. That's good. Okay, let's start the deployment, start the battle. Let's have my group move towards them. That Banshee scream is pretty horrific. We do want them to fight concentrated. That's what we'll be looking to do. I also do need to land like another really nice Purple Son of Zerus, because that's what we managed to do in our other battle against Norska, and it works so damn well. We ripped them to shreds. I think I prefer the Pit of Shades just because it's static, but Purple Son of Zerus, if we do it properly, can definitely do a lot of damage. Alright, let's charge forwards now. We'll just get involved. And then we can have... I think I'll have my leaders actually go for the javelins. Actually, let's not do that. We'll have our leaders smash into their leader. And then we can have our flying units kill off the Marauder Hunters with javelins. Okay, cool. So apparently victory is already in our grasp. Let's go ahead and put a Purple Son of Zerus here. I'm not going to upgrade it just because I don't want it to last forever in case it goes into our own dudes. There actually just ruined them, so that is perfect. Let's smash into the back of these Marauder Champions with all of these units. I need to get my Mortis Engine into melee again. Look at all of these forces running away. And the Mortis Engine just causing terror is just destroying their morale. No chance. Wow. This is insane. I'll take it. That was incredible. I think I've set this army up to be a literal beast. This is crazy how quickly that worked out in our favour. I thought that would be a bit more of a tough fight, but apparently not. I don't need the Vargovs to come back. The reason I'm doing this is just for the invocation. Make sure the units are maxed out. I guess we'll have plenty of time to like figure it all out anyway, since we will be occupying Marienburg for a little while and going up and taking Gorsel and so on. Oh, that magic. 141 kills for that Purple Son of Zerus. Very nice. Well, that may have been a couple melee kills as well, but the majority of those kills that Vampire got was the Purple Sun. That is very, very nice. Absolutely no leadership. It just disappeared. When I start to get a bunch of Terrorgeists, that's going to be when shit gets real when it comes to morale. Let's go ahead and occupy this. Marienburg does have the Marienburg docks, which is very much worth having, so that's what we're going to get. We'll go for the Ghost Fence, we'll grab the Marienburg docks, and Isabella has leveled up, so we are going to probably focus on more melee stats, is what I was thinking. I might actually max out Darkling Skies while we're there, just so that if we do press on to places where there isn't as much vampiric corruption, we don't take as much attrition. Now Caron is also raised. It might be worth just going and taking Caron, because that would give us occupied Caron. But first things first, we'll go and take Gorsor, just because it is part of the same settlement. We do already have 43% vampiric corruption here, so that shouldn't be too hard to sort out the public order.
Von Carstein.
The Hell Pit is a little bit different, since it does have a ton of vampiric and scaven corruption there. Anyway, that is everything done for this turn. Let's move on to the next one. Wintertooth must be building another army somewhere because their strength is slowly rising. Hopefully Vlad's army will be capable of taking it down, whatever it is. Because we will be moving on from the Hell Pit pretty damn quickly. Because if we are building walls there, then rebellions don't really matter. You saw the rebellion in the other place. It was only skeleton spearmen, and I think that's generally what's going to happen anyway. If we have Graveguard on defense, it's just like an easy defense. So, Red Duke, he ran off. Much else to worry about, other than Milland leveling himself up. We'll give him Aura of Supremacy. But since these gibbets have finished building, I will probably be able to get rid of some of these zombies. Get ourselves a little bit more cash on the end turn. Probably could have done that last turn. There we go. Take away a couple more. We'll leave it on +4 so it counts up quicker. +4 public order in the Hell Pit. Maybe it's worth sitting here for a little while, but I don't want to give Wintertooth time to recover if I can help it. Let's just move like to the edge of the province here. Maybe. It's going to be -16. Scary. Okay. Well, never mind. Marienburg, that's going to be built up soon enough. Let's go and take Gorsel. Colonize that. I'm surprised we actually reached that in one turn. That's pretty impressive. But that does give us access to the commandment, which we can place Repress Mortals. Then what we can do is move to Caron. I might actually go and do that because Caron, yeah, will be technically occupied Caron when we take it, even though we didn't take it off the Bretonnians. But that is nice. New province for us there, with already quite high vampiric corruption, which is going to be pushed up to 88%, mainly due to Isabella being in the region, but that's fine. We will build ourselves the vampiric corruption buildings here soon enough. And it might be tempting to just not have a ghost fence here for the time being, since the vampiric corruption is already pretty high. Nah, we'll leave it as it is. It's fine. Okay. 5 turns until Incantations of Asheran is complete. And Warmond. I think we're going to go and destroy Norden. Just because I don't really want that to be there. And you can see they're actually recruiting a new army there. So yeah, we want to take that out sooner than later. Kick them off our lands, and then we can press up north into the mountains and wipe them out for good. That's all of our armies moved though, so let's move on to the next turn. Oh, Wulfrik's arrived. That changes things a little. He seems to have a decent army under his control. I have no idea where he got those unit ranks from, but it seemed as though his Marauder Champions and stuff in there, from what I briefly saw, were pretty high unit rank. Shouldn't matter too much, since Woolman now has 4 units of Blood Knights at his disposal, but could still be frustrating to kill. So I think we're going to leave the Hell Pit regardless of public order, and just make sure we go and destroy Wintertooth. I did have a suggestion to vassalize them, but I don't think that's a good idea. I've never had any sort of good experience with vassals in Total War. Because if you declare war on someone and you call them in, and then they decide that they don't want to fight that war, you just end up at war with the person who you'd vassalized, which is just stupid. But it is what it is in Total War. So it's worth just destroying them and not having to worry about them. Because otherwise you let them get their strength back and I've got to deal with them in the future. Right, the migration. We do not want that. Growth is not a problem right now. Go 50%. Start to raid. And we will carry on through towards Wintertooth, which I believe are settled up here somewhere. Hell Pit in the meantime can finish the Ghost Fence. We'll upgrade that to the next level as well, to the Skeletal Walls, and hopefully that plus the Awakened Battlefield should be enough to defend. Right, our Vampires leveled up. Let's continue with Fervor, and we will zoom on round here towards Caron. Now that's -1 public order, but we are still raising the vampiric corruption very quickly indeed. Zufbar is all good, it's just settlement upgrades. We will upgrade settlements eventually because it does give us quite a lot of income. But it's just not worth it right now, I don't feel. Public order's turned into an issue here again, so let's go ahead and repress the mortals. And what we're going to do is save the cash that I have, because if we're taking Caron, I'm going to need to build up some stuff there. I also need to save the money for when I want to upgrade the Ghost Fence. I think we could upgrade the Balefire Hearth though. Yeah, let's spend the money on that and then just save the rest. Here's Wulfrik. He has a bunch of Marauder Berserkers with Marauder Champions. He's got some Marauder Horsemen with Skin Wolves. I mean, it's not the worst army in the world to deal with. I think we head towards Norden. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Are you ready? What trickery is this?
The Skin Wolves were scarier, so that's what I'm going with. Incantations of Ashland, 4 turns left. Everything's done for this turn, so let's move on to the next one. We have a population surplus at Middenland and the Wasteland. I think we have pretty much population surplus in all of our lands right now. Mainly because of the cash once again, but here we go. We are under attack by Wulfrik. He's going to be reinforced by a couple of armies. But I hope our Blood Knights do the job. Wulfrik's on his mammoth once again. That has 12,000 HP. Personally, I feel like we can retreat. Because then we don't have to deal with the garrison force as well. Which makes it quite a bit easier. Yeah, that's, I think, a lot smarter. Let's go ahead and quick save this. Actually, it doesn't really matter. Let's just fight on the battle map. The reason I've avoided quick saving in this campaign, or just in general, is because people do get skeptical about people reloading the game and sort of basically replaying the battles and then editing it in, which I just don't want to have people say. So, yep, we are just going straight in, balls to the walls, and playing out the battle. And we probably want to be the aggressor here, since we can therefore crush both armies individually. Be nice. Have the canrays sort of mixed in here.
The living will join.
Have the mortis engine there.
Vampire Lord.
Okay.
I'm in your throne.
I think all of these can just be in group 1.
You serve
Ox control group will go quite aggressive from the start. Keep the Blood Knights on the flanks, that is fine. Let's start the deployment, start the battle. We do have 30 Winds of Magic to work with. And it seems as though they've backed up against the edge of the map, which is frustrating because it's going to mean that I can't do what I wanted to. Let's instead move over to the right side here. The reason I'm going to do that is because there's a little bit of a hill. It may give us a slight advantage in melee combat. Alright, speed it up. I think once they form, they'll start coming towards us anyway, so we can just chill for now. And my Blood Knights, I kind of need them to take out the mammoths for me. One thing I am concerned about is the marauders, the marauder horsemen. They can do a lot of damage without me being able to reply. This is where chill guys come in handy. I think I can engage the skin walls with my canrays. I think that's fine. What we'll do is we'll charge down the Marauder Horsemen with the Chill Geist here. We should catch up to them because the Chill Geists have like an aura effect that slows units, so when they get close enough they should be able to stop them. Saying that, it looks like there's Marauder Horsemen just a little bit too fast. Not going to end up working. I don't want my guys to get too spread out, so let's just focus on this right side melee, take out those Norscan Warhounds. We'll crush into the Marauder Horsemasters if we can. But they're probably just going to try and kite us from range as well, which is really frustrating, but is what it is.
Tonight I fish.
Alright, time to take us out a Feral Mammoth. So it looks like I'm going to have some Blood Knights engage in the centre. Which is fine. And well, these guys, they can come round. We can have one crush into the Ice Wolf chariots. One can smash into the back of the Marauder Berserkers. Cool. So Wulfrik is already taking a lot of damage, but so are like all of my men. This is pretty disgusting. Let's go for an invocation here. I'm gonna have my Var guys go and crush these guys on the right. Can raise, they're in trouble. That's fine. X-rays need to come back.
I thirst.
Right, let's just do as much damage to Wulfrik as we can. And crush those units on the right flank quite well. I need to have my Mortis engine get involved. That needs to be in melee combat so it provides the debuff to all of the units surrounding. Right, if they're in range of the debuff, then we can catch on to them like that. Which is good. Then we can have some Blood Knights come and charge those down. Well, the Blood Knights have surrounded Wulfrik, which is really good. And we've managed to crush them on that right flank. So that's good. Right, these guys need to come back and engage in that melee, but that's fine. Okay, we've caught those. That's good. We've smashed those guys, which is good. We can now crush these Horse Masters, since they're going to take the debuff as well. Cool. Come on, Blood Knights, finish this guy off. How's our White King doing? Oh, we can also go for a nice Pit of Shades. Let's go for Pit of Shades here.
We are immortal. Vampire.
Oh, that didn't take effect. That's kind of awkward. Oh well.
Vampire. We are the new order.
Water.
Right, how are we doing here? Not doing too bad, although Skinwolves have come over to engage, which is kind of awkward. Right, we're really starting to like swarm them now, which is good. The Blood Knights versus Skinwolves. We did lose one of our Blood Knights, which is really bad. We're also very close to losing our Chill guys, honestly. They're crumbling. Throw these Blood Knights further back. But at least we're doing a lot of damage over here. Old Wulfrik and his armies are a nightmare to deal with. I do really want to like catch on to these Marauders Horsemen if I can and start doing some damage to them, but just kind of awkward. They've ended up using up all their ammunition. Yep. Well, Blood Knights got taken out. It's unfortunate. But we've won. We lost 2 units of Blood Knights in that, which is disgusting. Come on, White King. You can grab him. Or not. That's fine. There's some units left, just some berserkers, which are unbreakable apparently. 1 man left. Well, the battle hasn't ended, but there we go. Job done. I think we're going to get the hell out of the dodge. for a Pyrrhic victory. This is a shame because it might force me to take Woolman back. It really does depend whether or not those Blood Knights survived. I think in general the main reason that didn't go to plan was because my Mortis engine wasn't engaged as much as it should have been throughout that battle. Also, annoyingly, they had a lot of skirmish units, which made things really difficult. But Wulfrik's dead again, so we won't have to deal with him for another couple turns. Okay, we lost one unit of Blood Knights, one of them survived. We lost the Can Wraiths. I think we'll take the replenishment. Ooh, that's a scary army. Okay. Lots of feral mammoths. Lots of war mammoths as well, I think. That's why the strength bar was recovering for Wintertooth, at least. All these Pyrrhic victories. Not too happy about them, but oh well. What can you do? Just those battles when they have like those monsters are just really like unconventional battles. Kazid Borgrag just got raised. Okay. Well, Wulfrik has been defeated. He gets plus 10% charge bonus. Is that it? Where does Woolman go from here? Raised dead pile is absolutely crap. They've already replenished an absolute ton. I think it's time to just head back to Wolfenburg. And it might be worth just picking up some chaff for now. Let's gather some warriors, some skeleton spearmen and stuff. Let's upgrade our White King. Give him more health. Good start. And your Postner, she needs to level up. She's level 35 now. Been accompanying Vlad for a very long time. Best bet. Just go for further. Get the Dark Benediction. Unfortunately, guys, it has been my time. We're going to have to deal with 3 war mammoths, 3 feral mammoths in the next episode with Vlad's army. Now, Vlad does have 6 units of Blood Knights. We can have a Blood Knight unit take on each of those mammoths, and it should be okay. But it's then the other units that we have to deal with. Especially Throg here, who is pretty scary himself. Falling back to Hell Pit doesn't sound like a bad idea. But that's all for now. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.